Hi, good morning. My name is Keith Cook. I am on the Finance Committee. I've been in a number of different positions in the church, and I've been here for about since 1997. So I'm here to talk to you about an opportunity that we have. But first, I'm from the South, and so I can't do anything without telling a story first. So here's a story. And my mom is here, so hi, Mom. Everybody say hi, Mom. And she may or may not have heard this story before. So when I was little, like probably a lot of you, there came a time that your parents, in my case my father, sat us down and started talking to us about finances. And he started the conversation like most of you may have heard. It's like, son, you live in a nice house. We have heat, we have air conditioning, we have food on the table, and you know what? None of this is free. Shocked. I was shocked. At 10 years old, this was news. And my father went on to say, every month we have to pay our bills. Every month we pay the bill for the mortgage, and that's how we live in this house. We pay the bill for the electricity, that's how we have heat. We pay the grocery bill, and we pay the gas bill, and there are other miscellaneous bills that we pay. We also pay our pledge. And so we sat down, and he started writing out checks. We wrote out the check for the mortgage to the bank. We wrote out the check for the electricity. We wrote out the check for gas, and because we were Methodist, we had an envelope. And in that envelope, somebody's laughing, they know, in that envelope went the check for the church. So we wrote out the pledge check for the church. So this went on for a couple of months, and then came December. And in December, we wrote out, my dad had me writing out the checks by this time, so I wrote out the check for the mortgage, I wrote out the check for the electricity and for the gas and for the church. And then my father handed me another envelope, and it said St. Paul's United Methodist Church on it. And I said, Dad, we've already paid this one. And my dad said, Keith, what time of year is this? And I said, well, it's Christmas. Are you going to get presents? And I said, well, I think so, because I've been very, very good. And so, yes, I think I'll get presents. And he said, okay. Well, we also give a present to the church. This is our 13th pledge. And we do this because all throughout the year, we provide for the church, for the electricity, for the mortgage on the church. But this is our special gift to the church for the work that it does in our town. It does a lot of stuff for people in town, and this is what we give. This is our 13th pledge. So, we're going to roll it forward to today, and here's the point of the story. So, members of the cathedral leadership have put together a matching grant of $11,500. Now, this sounds a little bit like NPR, so I'm sorry. So we have a matching grant for $11,000. And so if you can give a little bit more, give an extra pledge. If you can only give $5, here's what it sounds like NPR. $5 becomes $10. $20 becomes, anyone? $40, right. So I have with me an interesting artifact for anybody who is under the age of 30. This is my 13th pledge. It's called a check. So if you write a check, there's a little line at the bottom that says memo, and if you'll put on there 13th pledge, we'll make sure that it gets matched, dollar for dollar, up to the $11,500 that members of the community have put together to help match the 13th pledge. So I encourage you to prayerfully consider what you can do for this community, for this church, and for the greater community outside of those doors by giving your 13th pledge. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you very much.